Welcome, please hit the subscribe button. What if I told you that most men are unknowingly sabotaging their relationships with women through 7 critical mistakes that could instantly kill attraction and respect? Today we're diving deep into the behaviors that make women lose interest faster than you can say goodbye, and trust me, you're probably guilty of at least 3 of these without even realizing it. Before we jump in, I want to be clear about something. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. This is about understanding fundamental dynamics that create healthy, respectful relationships where both people feel valued. These insights come from years of observing successful and failed relationships, and the patterns are undeniable. The first massive mistake men make is constantly seeking validation from women. Picture this scenario: you're texting a woman and she doesn't respond within an hour, so you send another message asking if she's okay. Then maybe a third, asking if you said something wrong. This behavior screams insecurity and neediness, 2 traits that absolutely destroy attraction. Women are drawn to men who have their own lives, their own purposes, and their own sources of confidence. When you constantly need her approval or reassurance, you're essentially asking her to be your emotional mother instead of your equal partner. The solution is building genuine self-worth that doesn't depend on anyone else's opinion. The second relationship killer is putting women on pedestals. This happens when you treat a woman like she's perfect, like she can do no wrong, or like you're incredibly lucky just to be in her presence. While respect is crucial, worship is not. When you pedestalize someone, you're not seeing them as a complete human being with flaws, opinions, and agency. You're creating an unhealthy power dynamic where she becomes the prize and you become the contestant desperately trying to win. Real attraction happens between equals who challenge each other, support each other, and see each other clearly. Number 3 might surprise you because it seems counterintuitive, but never sacrifice your boundaries to avoid conflict. Many men think that agreeing with everything a woman says or never expressing opposing viewpoints will keep the peace and make them more likable. The opposite is true. When you have no backbone, when you never stand up for your beliefs or values, you become invisible. You become a yes man instead of a partner. Healthy relationships require 2 people who can disagree respectfully, who can challenge each other's thinking, and who maintain their individual identities while building something together. The 4th mistake is trying to solve all her problems immediately. When a woman shares something she's struggling with, the masculine instinct is often to jump straight into fix-it mode. You offer solutions, advice, and action plans before she's even finished explaining the situation. Here's what most men don't understand. Women are incredibly capable problem solvers themselves. Often when they share challenges, they're looking for emotional support, not tactical solutions. They want to be heard, understood, and validated before they want advice. Learn to listen first, ask what kind of support she needs, and resist the urge to be her personal life coach unless she specifically requests it. Number 5 is absolutely critical, and it's about emotional manipulation through guilt or pressure. This includes things like making her feel bad for having other friendships, pressuring her into physical intimacy, or using emotional blackmail when you don't get your way. Anytime you try to control someone's choices through manipulation instead of honest communication, you're destroying trust and safety in the relationship. This behavior doesn't just damage romantic relationships, it damages your character as a person. Real influence comes from being someone worth choosing, not from making someone feel trapped. The 6th mistake men make is losing themselves completely in the relationship. This is when you abandon your hobbies, stop seeing your friends, and make her the center of your entire universe. While dedication to a relationship is admirable, dependency is not. When you have no life outside of her, you become a burden rather than a blessing. You also rob her of the opportunity to miss you or to see you as a complete, interesting individual. Maintain your friendships, pursue your passions, and continue growing as a person. The most attractive thing you can be is someone with a full, rich life whose entire existence revolves around her approval. The final and perhaps most damaging mistake is comparing her to other women, especially past relationships or unrealistic standards from social media. Whether you're telling her about how your ex used to do things differently or pointing out other women you find attractive, these comparisons are relationship poison. Every person wants to feel like they're valued for who they uniquely are, not measured against some external standard. This includes avoiding the trap of trying to change her into your ideal woman. She's not a renovation project. She's a human being who deserves to be appreciated as she is. Here's the truth that ties all of these together. The strongest relationships happen when 2 complete individuals choose to build something together. Not when one person needs the other to feel whole, not when one person worships the other, but when both people respect themselves and each other enough to show up authentically. These principles aren't just about romantic relationships either. They apply to friendships, professional relationships, and family dynamics. When you operate from a place of genuine self-respect and respect for others, every interaction improves. If you found value in this breakdown, you'll definitely want to check out my next video where we explore the flip side of this equation. I'll share the specific behaviors that actually build attraction and create lasting connection. The notification bell is your friend if you want to catch that as soon as it drops.